More than 1,000 families, mostly from Central America, are living in privately run detention centers near the border. Many are mothers with children who are trying to escape violence in their own countries, sometimes in their own homes. Yvonne Dilling, who has spent much of her life doing mission work in Central America, has been visiting these mothers with children at Karnes Detention Center for several years. The Department of Homeland Security and the private corporations that run the family prisons have only authorized images which attempt to show them in a positive light. But detained mothers have reported many forms of dehumanizing treatment.
A woman recently told me, I asked her more in detail, what makes it so hard? And she said, well, they wake us up in the morning by just pounding metal on metal. Every single morning for 7 months, my 3-year-old has awakened scared, frightened out of his wits, and he awakens crying. It just sets a tone for the whole day.
The GEO Group, which operates Karnes Detention Center, posted a profit of over $143 million last year. But they seem to have a cash flow problem when it comes to feeding their detainees.
I asked one woman in detail, and she said, well, we had some rice mixed with macaroni with some kind of sauce on it and some ground meat in it, and the ground meat had a smell to it. And another day, she said, another day they served us beans, which we like beans, but they seemed to be on their very last leg. They were slimy, they were stringy, they were gooey.
Yvonne believes the terrible conditions at family detention centers are not due to mismanagement, but conscious policy.
It almost feels to me like the intent is to do as much, make it as miserable as possible within the bounds of the law. And it's even been said that the intention is that the women tell family members back home in their home country that this is awful and don't come. I think that is the feeling.
Last week, 40 to 45 mothers at Karnes held a hunger strike demanding their release. Lawyers have reported that in retaliation, 3 women perceived as leaders were isolated in a dark medical clinic with their children for hours. A group of legal aid organizations, including Catholic Legal Immigration Network, known as Clinic, are organizing volunteer lawyers to help the families.
It's a very cumbersome law and a very difficult situation, and the women, it's just not the appropriate way to respond to the situation of women with young children fleeing and requesting help from our nation.
Yvonne maintains it is important for migrant detainees across the United States to be supported not only with their legal cases, but their spiritual well-being.
I guess if I would say one more thing is there are detention centers for the undocumented all over the nation, and that all of us can befriend persons and at least visit them so they have some human face while they're going through these legal processes. We visit as friends and as people of faith, and I encourage that too.
Reporting for Currents, I'm Konrad Aderer.